Hey guys, welcome to Solo ReacTalk. Today I'm going to be reacting to a video, or should I say a movie, requested. It's called Helsreach, the movie 2019. I think it is a Warhammer 40K movie, and it's about 2 hours, 30 minutes and 3 seconds. So I'm thinking about cutting it into parts, but I am going to be watching at least 1 hour. So it'll be 1 hour first part, second part will also be another hour, and then the 30 minutes will be left over for the third part. So yes, let's start. Oh yes, if you want to watch any more related Warhammer 40k reactions, remember I'll put the card at the top. Just click on it and you'll be able to access them. Okay, 3, 2, 1, go.
I will die on this world. I cannot tell where this conviction comes from. Whatever birthed it is a mystery to me, and yet the thought clings like a virus, blooming behind my eyes and taking deep root within my mind. It almost feels real enough to spread corruption to the rest of my body, like a true sickness. It will happen soon, within the coming nights of blood and fire. I will draw my last breath, and when my brothers return to the stars, my ashes will be scattered over the priceless earth of this accursed world. Armageddon. Even the name twists my blood until burning oil beats through my veins.
Okay, let me just say this. I did not expect a space marine to be so eloquently spoken. I don't know, like I know the human, right, but not to be this expressive. I thought such emotions and feelings and thought process was maybe suppressed, so that they only focus on their missions, they only do their missions, they complete their missions, and they return to base or whatever. I just didn't think that we would be hearing such words from a space marine. Okay, this is interesting. The artwork, the animation, it's also very unique. I don't think I've seen a movie with this kind of animation. It's interesting. Okay, let's continue.
I feel anger now, hot and heavy, flowing through my heart and filtering into my limbs like boiling poison. My hands curl into fists. I am strong, born only to slay for the Emperor and the Imperium. I am pure, wearing the blackest of the black, trained to serve as a spiritual guide as well as a war leader. I am wrath incarnate, living only to kill until finally killed. I am a weapon in the eternal crusade to forge humanity's mastership in the stars. Its strength, purity, and wrath will not be enough. I will die on this world. I will die on Armageddon.
Wait, are the Space Marines singing or is it just background music? Because if they're singing, wow, wow.
In the holiest chamber of our ancient flagship, I lower myself to one knee and bow my head, because this is what is asked of me.
Grimaldus,
High Marshal Helbrecht intoned. His voice was a guttural rumble, rendered harsh from yelling orders and battle cries in 100 wars on 100 worlds.
we have summoned you to be judged.
I have answered the summons. I submit myself before your judgment, my liege.
Mordred is dead,
Helbrecht's voice was a deep murmur.
slain by the archenemy. You, Grimaldus, have lost a master. We have all of us lost a brother. It was the belief of reclusiarch Mordred that upon his death, you would be worthiest of our brother chaplains to stand in his stead. His final decree was that you, of all your brethren, would be the one to rise to the rank of
Reclusiarch.
The figure inclined his head in greeting.
Arterion. We draw near to our destination.
How do you spell reclusiarch? I'm gonna just try.
I took the liberty of readying the squad for planetfall. This world will burn. It will not be the first, nor the last. Have you seen the projections? The fleet auguries, the number of vessels in the local systems already? Yeah, I lost interest when the numbers became too high for me to count on my fingers.
Arterion snorted at his own weak jest.
We will fight and win, or fight and die. All that ever changes is the color of the sky we fight under, and the shade of the blood on our blades.
My brothers' names are Arterion, Priamus, Cador, Nerovar, and Bastilan. These are the knights that have waged war beside me for decades. We are the Knights of Squad Grimaldus. Within his veins, Cador carries the blessed blood of Rogel Dawn with what seems like weary honor. He is older than I, older by far. His decades within the Sword Brethren are behind him now.
Regal Dawn, the 7th Legion, right? I hope I'm right about that. Okay.
Priamus is the rising sun to Cador's dusk. He is aware of his skills in the unsubtle and undignified way of many young warriors. A blade master, he calls himself. Yet he is not mistaken. Arterion is... Arterion. My shadow just as I am his. It is rare among our number for any knight to lay aside personal glory, yet Arterion is the one who carries my banner into battle. Nerovar is the newest among us. The squad required the presence of an apothecary. In the trials, only Nerovar impressed the rest of us with his quiet endurance.
Apothecaries are the medical soldiers, right? The ones that, extract your gene seed if you have passed away. Okay.
Bastilan is last. Bastilan, always the best and least of us all. A leader, but not a commander. An inspiring presence, but not a strategist. Forever a sergeant, never fated to rise as a castellan or marshal. My brothers go through the same rituals of checking and rechecking. A curious sense of unease descends upon me.
Of the Sword Brethren, that there is talk of the High Marshal nominating you to lead a crusade.
It is my belief, not merely the wish of your fallen master, that you should take the honor we offer you now. You have waged war at my side for 200 years, Grimaldus. Will you stand at my side as reclusiarch of the Eternal Crusade?
Yes, my liege.
I dub thee reclusiarch of the Eternal Crusade, as a knight of the Inner Circle. Let that be the last blow you receive unanswered.
It will be so, my liege.
As it should be.
Okay, when they, I don't know who that was. I think that was the High Marshal. When he backhanded the reclusiarch, I really thought they were going to fight right there. I mean, the way he was staring at him as soon as he compiled his composure. Like he looked at him, and then I was like, okay, are they gonna fight right now? But that didn't happen. It was just like an initiation to say welcome. Okay, that's interesting.
Are you Kirov?
I am.
We are the Emperor's Knights. We are the warriors of the Eternal Crusade and the sons of Rogel Dawn. I am Helbrecht, High Marshal of the Black Templars. With me is Bayard, Emperor's Champion, and Grimaldus, reclusiarch. We come to offer you our blades, our service, and the lives of over 900 warriors in the defense of your world.
Kirov stood in silence. 900 Astartes. Entire star systems were conquered with a fraction of that.
I am glad to hear it. Welcome to Armageddon.
Okay, I just want to make myself sure on this. Wait, I think I wrote it somewhere here. Yes, each chapter has at least 1,000 Space Marines, right? And the Black Templars, or should I say the High Marshal of the Black Templars, Halbert, he brought to Armageddon 900 Space Marines. That's a lot. That is a lot. But like Grimaldus said, that, you know, taking over planets or defending planets, they only needed a fraction of that. So I'm wondering, why are they bringing so many Space Marines to Armageddon? What's so important about Armageddon? But I'm sure they're going to tell us.
Hades' hive will not survive the first week.
The man speaking is ancient, and he looks every hour of his age. Both piety and hate echo in his every word. His name is Sebastian Yarrick. Even we Astartes must respect that name.
What is coming in system now far exceeds what has laid waste to the planet before. The other hives must be reinforced 1,000 times over. Hades will burn.
At our best estimations, Battlefleet Armageddon, the orbital defenses, and the Astartes fleets remaining in the void will be able to deny the enemy landing for 9 days. These are our best estimates.
And the worst? 4 days.
Once the orbital war is lost, be it 4 days or 9, our fleets will break from the planet in a fighting withdrawal. From then on, Armageddon will be defenseless beyond what is already entrenched upon the surface. The Orcs will be free to land whatever and wherever they wish.
Who will lead the Astartes vessels?
Given his seniority and the expertise of his chapter, High Marshal Helbrecht of the Black Templars will take overall command of the Astartes fleets. We are to remain in orbit.
We are the obvious choice to command the Astartes elements in the orbital battles.
I was wrong. I will not die in futility on this world.
High Marshal, we can slaughter the Greenskin Tyrant before he even sets foot on the world below us.
I have already spoken with the other marshals, my brother. We must leave a contingent on the surface to defend one of the hive cities that yet remains ungarrisoned by Astartes.
That is not our duty, my liege.
And yet, a commander must remain.
Don't do this.
It is already done.
No!
This is not the time. The decision is made, Grimaldus. I know you as I knew Mordred. You will not refuse this honor.
I would burst the great enemy's black heart in my hand and cast his blasphemous flagship to the surface of Armageddon, wreathed in holy fire. Do not leave me here, Helbrecht. Do not deny me this glory.
You will not refuse this honor. Wait, brother.
Okay. Internal politics in the Black Templars. Halbert and Grimaldus. I don't think Halbert really likes Grimaldus much. I'm not sure. I mean, they keep giving each other the eyes, like, you know, why are you here? But this is interesting. So Grimaldus' team, are they going to be the only Templars on the planet Armageddon while all the other Space Marines are in space? Is that what's going to happen here? Huh.
Blood of dawn. Now that's a sight.
Their destination was called, with bleakness so typical of this world, Helsreach.
Helsreach is the hive city that Grimaldus is heading to, right? Okay.
We cannot be the only Astartes strength sent to this city. We will not be alone. The Guard is with us, and militia forces. Humans? The Legio Invigilata has landed to the east of the city. Titans, my brother. I don't see you sneering at that. Reclusiarch? How can we defend all this? With blade and bolter. With faith and fire.
This is what they call the servitors, right? The humans that have been lobotomized and then put with mechanical things. Oh gosh, okay. Not even a hello, how are you? Nothing. Just pass by. Okay, Space Marines.
am Grimaldus, reclusiarch of the Helsreach Crusade. I am Colonel Saren of the 101st Steel Legion and overall commander of the Imperial Guard forces defending the Hive. Muted clicks could be heard every few seconds from the helms of the knights standing closest to him. Saren knew full well they were speaking with each other over a shared Vox channel. He didn't like it. Not at all. Who are these others? I would meet every commander of this hive, if they are present. They are present, sir. Reclusiarch. Not sir. As you wish, reclusiarch. This is Syria Tyro, Adjutant Quintus to General Kurov. Commissar Falkov of my command staff. This is Major Mordecai Riken, Second Officer of the 101st and XO of the City Defense. Commander Corton Barasath of the Imperial 5082nd Naval Wing. A pleasure to serve with the Black Templars again. You have served with the Knights of Dawn before. I have personally, 9 years ago on Dathax, and the 5082s have on no fewer than 4 separate occasions. 16 of our fighters are marked with the Heraldic Cross, with permission given by Marshal Tarrason of the Dathax Crusade. I am honored, Barasath. The Most Honorable Moderati Primus Valien Casimir of the Legio Invigilata, crewman of the Blessed Engine Storm Herald. Moderati, you speak with the voice of your legion? A full battle group. I am the voice of Princeps Majoris Zaha Mancion. The rest of Invigilata is committed to other engagements. Fortune favors us that you still remain. We have much to discuss. Indeed we do. This way, if you please.
The guy who had mechanical parts in his face and everywhere, I think that guy's from Mars, right? They called him the Imperial Invigilata, something like that. I'm sorry. But yeah, I think he's from Mars, and probably he's the one with the Titans that are going to be brought to Armageddon. Okay. But there were some other words that I just didn't understand, and yeah, I'm a bit lost with them. But I'll figure it out as I continue watching the movie.
A city. I am in command of a city. Preparations have been underway for months, but estimates pitch the great enemy arriving in system within a handful of days. The hours pass in a blur of statistical outlays, charts, hololithic projections, and graphs. The food supplies for the entire city. Ration projections, sustainable food ration planning. Unsustainable food ration planning, with appended lists of estimated sacrificial casualties. Estimates of disease once the city is shelled and civilian casualties are too heavy to be dealt with efficiently. Types of disease, symptoms, severity, risk of contagion, compatibility with the Orc genus. Imperial Guard numbers. Throne, what numbers? Regiments. Their officers, their live fire training accuracy records, their citations, their shames, their moments of greatest glory and ignominy in a host of distant worlds. The Guard figures alone take 2 days to file through. And this, they say, is merely the overview. Coastal defenses, walls and turrets and anti-air towers, and trade requirements and union complaints, and petitions arguing over docking rights and warehouses appropriated as barracks for soldiers, and complaints from merchants and dock officers, and... oh... And I endure this for 9 days. 9 days.
What is that?
Throne of the God Emperor.
People of Hive Helsreach, do not be alarmed. The enemy fleet has translated in system. The might of Battle Fleet Armageddon and the greatest Astartes fleet in Imperial history stands between our world and the foe's forces. Maintain your daily rites of faith. Trust in the God Emperor of mankind. That is all.
You. Hail the Black Templar flagship Eternal Crusader immediately.
My lord, I am coordinated...
Do it! Now!
Yes, my lord. A moment, please. The Eternal Crusader is making ready to engage the enemy fleet. I can send a message, but their two-way communications are in lockdown without the proper command codes. Do you have the codes, my lord?
I am being a fool. My fury is blinding me to my sworn duty.
I have the codes, but this is not an emergency. Simply send the following message to their incoming logs with no need for a reply. Fight well, brothers.
Sent, lord.
My thanks.
Forgive me a moment's cola. We have a war to plan.
Until their dying nights, the warriors of the Helsreach Crusade bore their lamentations and rage with all the dignity that could be expected of them. But it was no easy feat. No easy feat to be consigned to a city of several million frightened souls, while above the stained clouds, hundreds upon hundreds of their battle brothers were carving their glory from the steel and flesh of an ancient and hated foe. The Black Templars across the city looked skyward, as if their helms' red eye lenses could pierce the wretched clouds and see the holy war above. Give the order to Imperial forces throughout Helsreach. Martial law is in immediate effect. Seal the city.
In 3 days, they will decide if they are to come to our aid or deploy along the Hemlock River with the rest of their legion. There's a chance they will not even walk in our defense. So it seems. I am going to the view tower. Is the Moderati Primus still within the hive? Yes, reclusiarch. Tell him to meet me there. Be polite, but do not ask. Tell him.
Okay, I'm not sure I understand, but the Mechanicus soldier and his platoon or his force of Titans that are coming to the planet are coming around 3 days' time or so, and they're not sure if they're going to defend the city of Helsreach. And yeah, That's interesting. So what are they here for then? I mean, what are they going to be doing if they're not here to protect the civilians and to protect the hive cities? But yeah, this was interesting. Grimaldus, his job of overseeing and reviewing all the data logs and all the information about the city, its preparations for war, the guns, the soldiers, everything. The way he explains it, and you could actually hear the frustration in his voice as he's doing this. It's very enjoyable. I'm really liking this so far. And the servitors, oh man, every time I look at those guys, I just feel sad. But that's Warhammer 40K for you. Oof.
This is the greatest of Armageddon's port cities. We are about to be assaulted by the largest green-skinned breed Xenos invasion ever endured by the Imperium of Man. We must have Titans, Casimir.
I am aware of your need. My need.
It is the Hive's need. Armageddon's need.
As you say, the Hive's need, but I am not the Princeps Majoris. I report on the Hive's defenses to her, and the decision is hers to make. Invigilata has received strong petitions from other cities and other forces.
I must speak with her.
If you wish, I could perhaps arrange a conversation over the Vox. But I am here, a man of not inconsiderable station myself, to show that Invigilata is earnest in its dealings with you.
I appreciate that. I am not blind to your rank. Tell me, Moderati, is it permissible to speak with your Princeps Majoris in person?
No, Reclusiarch. That would be a violation of Invigilata tradition.
Your objection is noted, and duly ignored.
What?
Artarian, ready the Land Raider. We're going out into the wastelands.
Grimaldus doesn't give a F. He doesn't give a F. He's gonna go straight to her and talk to her personally. I like that. I like that hands-on approach to the situation, because I don't understand. I mean, this is your duty. You're supposed to protect these cities as Titans. I mean, aren't you guys here to defend humanity? So what's her excuse for not defending these places? Yeah, Grimaldus, please go talk to this lady. Guys, no, how is this possible? It's got a church on its back, right? And it's got churches on its legs. And those churches have got guns in them as well. Oh man, that's crazy. I mean, I've seen Titans before on different on my reaction video to the Warhammer 40K factions, right? I've seen how the Titans look like on Brecky's video, but they didn't look like this. This is crazy. This is really crazy.
I am Grimaldus, reclusiarch of the Black Templars.
Your identity is known to us.
The next time I am interrupted, I will kill one of you.
We are not to be threatened.
Neither are you to be addressed. You are nothing. Slaves, all of you. Barely above servitors. Now move aside. I have business with your mistress.
We are not to be ordered into submission. We are to remain as duty demands.
I will speak with the Princeps Majoris of Invigilata, even if I have to shout up to the cathedral itself. Reclusiarch, must we bear this foolish indignity? No. Kill them.
I wish to speak with the intruders.
Access granted.
That is what I thought you would say. Make this count, brother. Trust me.
Greetings, Astartes.
Princeps Majoris, an honor to stand in your presence.
Waste no time on pleasantries. Storm herald waits, and soon I must walk. Speak.
I am told by one of this Titan's pilots, as an ambassador to Helsreach, that Invigilata may not walk in our defense.
This is so. I command 1/3 of this legio. The rest already walks in defense of the Hemlock region. Many with your brothers, the Salamanders. Do you come to petition me for my portion of mighty Invigilata?
I do not beg, Princeps. I came to see you with my own eyes and ask you face to face to fight and die with us.
But you have not yet completed your intended duty, Astartes.
Is that so?
We are not face to face. You have very kind eyes.
He also has some, like a baby face. It's just interesting. Yeah, no. I agree with her. He has very nice eyes, but his face is so baby-like.
What is your name?
Grimaldus of the Black Templars.
Now we are face to face, Grimaldus of the Black Templars. You have been bold enough to come here and honor me with your face. I am no fool. I know how rare it is for a chaplain to reveal his human features to one not of his brotherhood. Ask what you came to ask, and I will answer.
Princeps Zaha, Helsreach calls for you. Will you walk?
Invigilata will walk.
Welcome to Helsreach.
Hail, Chaplain. I was born in a hive like this, you know.
It is fitting then that you'll be dying here, Zaha.
Do you say so, Sir Knight? Have you seen me today?
It is impossible not to see you, Princeps.
It's impossible to kill me as well. Remember that, Grimaldus.
Oh gosh, this is so fun. Oh man, I didn't expect this really from these super soldiers. Really, from Astartes. I just didn't expect them to be talking like this. Even with Titans, I didn't know that Titans, you know, had a human pilot in them like that. I just didn't know about that. That's also very interesting, and how she's connected, like with cables and everything else like that, and her arms don't seem to be there anymore, like it's just been chopped off or something. Yeah, it's very interesting. What's her name again? Precepts Zaha. Yes. She's also very funny. She's very funny. And the political dynamics between the Invigilate and the Black Templars is also very interesting. They don't really work or gel very good. Like, there's still politics that's, you know, busy going to and fro from each department, if I can say that. There isn't like an overarching commanding officer that directs them both, like to say Black Templars, Invigilates work together, do this, do that. Like, they have to ask each other for help, they have to request each other for help. And that's also very interesting, that there's still a division between the human forces. There isn't really like an overarching command structure that commands both arms of the military, if I can say that. It's very interesting.
Helsreach was ready. And, as night fell, the sky caught fire.
I guess the space battle is not going too well up there. If ships are crash landing now, this is not good.
The ship registers as the Purest Intent, an Astartes vessel, strike cruiser class, belonging to the Shadow Wolves. They fell at the Battle of Varadon 11 years ago. Their last companies were annihilated by the Tyrannid breed Xenos. The Black Templars were with them at the end. What is the status of Battlefleet Armageddon?
Holding, but we have a greater comprehension of enemy numbers now. The 4 to 9 day estimate has been abandoned as of 30 minutes ago. This is the greatest greenskin fleet ever to face the Imperium. The fleet's casualties are approaching 1 million souls. 1 or 2 more days at best.
The crash ship.
I suggest we hold, reclusiarch. A handful of greenskin survivors cannot hope to survive an assault against the walls. They would be insane, even for orcs to try. Send a Titan. I am not making a jest. Send a Titan to obliterate the wreckage. Inspire the men. Give them an overwhelming victory before the true battle is even joined.
I forget that the commissar is a political deployee, so he's just thinking about grand gestures of moral support. But no, not for this. Just leave it. Just leave it. Don't let the Titan interfere with something like this.
The Commissar is correct. Helsreach needs an overwhelming victory. It is time my knights took to the field.
This is bad comedy.
Fall back, damn it!
Priamus sensed another lecture about vainglory in his future.
We will draw first blood.
Grimaldus had said to them all, as if it was something to care about, as if it would affect the final battle in any way at all.
Join me, brothers. Join me as I shake off this disgust and the stasis gripping my bones, and slake my bloodthirst in holy slaughter.
These warriors who called him vainglorious were blind to the truth. He was not rash, he merely trusted in his skills to carry him through any challenge. Was that a weakness? How could it be considered so, when Priamus's deeds and glories were already rising to eclipse those of his brothers?
Priamus, leave him be. Let him hunt. He needs to stand alone for now. He needs discipline. He needs our trust. I smell fresh blood. A survivor, still bleeding. No. What did you say? I said no. They always seem so immune to pain. But no. Look into its eyes, brother. Do you see? No, brother. If there is a lesson in this, I am blind to it. Let me end it. Its existence offends me. No. Its lifespan is measured in moments. Let it die in this pain.
Do orcs speak? I mean, I've never heard them talk. All I hear is the grunting. I'm wondering, do orcs speak, and how do they speak to each other? Because it's interesting to see these creatures. They're very interesting. And I've also learned that orcs don't feel pain. So this orc in particular, it's just going to be here for forever. Just, you know, breathing in and out, because I don't think it's going to die anytime soon. Maybe, I don't know, but yeah, it's interesting.
Nero, do you see something? Yes, something. So enlighten me. It's Priamus. Isn't it always? I've lost his life signs. That cannot be. Here, among this rabble. I do not make mistakes. Reclusiarch.
Speak.
I've lost Priamus's life signs, sir. Brothers, maintain search and destroy orders. What? We need to be silent. I will find Priamus.
reclusiarch.
I have found Primus. Aft, deck 4. Tertiary spine corridor.
On my way. Assessment?
Some kind of force discharging weapon. His armor is powered down, but he's still breathing.
3 minutes, reclusiarch.
I really thought he died. I'm like, how? How? Ugh.
Those horses. They shot me. Some kind of nerve weapon. Get away from me. Speak. I would hear your thoughts. I am not blind to your tensions of late. Duty is not always glorious. You have changed since inheriting Mordred's mantle. You are speaking foolishness. No, hear me. We have spoken, Cador, Nero, Bastilan, Primus, and myself. We must all deal with these changes, and we must all face this duty. Your darkness is spreading to the entire crusade.
Reclusiarch.
Colonel Saren.
Reclusiarch. Throne of the God Emperor. It's truly beginning.
Elaborate.
Battle Fleet Armageddon is in full retreat. The Astartes fleet is withdrawing alongside them. It's beginning.
Has there been any communication from the Eternal Crusader?
Yes. Shall I have the message relayed to you?
At once, Colonel.
Helsreach, this is the Crusader. We are breaking from the planet. The orbital war is lost. Hell is coming, brother.
Okay, that is a lot of orcs. That is a lot of orcs. If that blackness is what represents the orcs, that's a lot. That is a lot of them. I'm wondering what was Primus talking about when he said the reclusiarch has some sort of darkness around him and it's spreading throughout the entire Black Templars. I didn't understand what was he talking about exactly. And he also said that Grimaldus changed when he gained the title of reclusiarch. So I'm not entirely sure where is this coming from, where this animosity, if I can call it that, where is it coming from? But yeah, I guess we'll figure that out the more we go on with the story. But it's already reached an hour and I'm going to be cutting it here, and part 2 will be coming next. So you'll probably see the card somewhere up here or on the side here. Just click on that. And yes guys, this first part we got to find out the members of the reclusiarch squad, or the Grimaldus squad. Primus, Alterion, Kador, Nerova, Ballasta. Yeah, I think those are the ones. And we also got to find out that they're fighting on a planet called Armageddon. The orcs have organized themselves into a warg, maybe. I think this is a warg. And it's the largest warg that's ever been recorded in history to ever invade a planet, an imperial planet. And they're invading Armageddon. Even with all the fleets in space, they estimated that it will only last for 4 to 9 days, and I think it's about 4 days now that have passed. So yeah, the worst case scenario has just occurred, and we're gonna be seeing fighting on the ground. And I don't know how they're gonna win this, but I guess we'll have to just wait and see. Okay, part 2 next up. Remember, it'll be here somewhere.